Okay. So, the last time uh, we all played, you guys had continued venturing through the abandoned palace of the lost city of Mirandaras and discovered an old war room. It appeared to be with an old table and an old map. And as you all were exploring the area, Brienne appeared to have a vision being pulled to having her consciousness pulled to another plane where she had encountered a vision of Pelor, the god of the sun, inviting you all to visit him and potentially his wife, Salune, in their palace in the plane of what was it? Elysium, and you all decided to make your way from the city and back through one of the tunnels you came through, not before destroying all of the other possible entrances into the ruins. From there, you guys made your way out of a tunnel, which was a lost ancient watchtower where one of the last battles for humanity had taken place. And against the Doombringer of Igorl. And as you guys were trying to hide your tracks and make sure that this entrance, the cave, could not be found, it appeared that you guys had been scried upon. You were not able to deter where the scry spell originated from or who was trying to gaze upon you. But you do know that you had been seen to some extent. Not, you don't know what all had been seen, but you know you had been watched. But feeling safe enough, you guys left and made your way to the city of Phaethos, where you are all greeted by a hero's welcome, as the streets were lined with citizens and armed guards as they celebrated the return of their king and this band of heroes. During that time, Volgrim reunited with his parents and introduced Tansy to them, and the lot of you all said your goodbyes with him, and he parted ways, hoping to fulfill his promise to Tansy of spending more time with her and helping rebuild and secure the fortitude and infrastructure of the city. From there, you made your way up to the Cloud Top District and inside the Golden Throne Room, where you met with Interman King, Sloppy, Brienne's father. You have all met him before, and is where you all were all reunited with your old traveling partner, now champion of the Raven Queen, goddess of death, Robin, and his bestial ally, Peter the Griffin. And from there, you all debriefed each other on what information you knew about Gandalf and his potential whereabouts, as well as plans and potential motives. And you guys decided to set out the next day, not before having a long rest in the city, drinking and having a night of celebration of another successful adventure, bringing a stronger allyship with the city of Weha, and celebration of another day being alive. And we will pick up here as you all wake up from your late night of drinking and debauchery. And one by one, you all kind of make your way back into the throne room. It is still pretty early in the morning. King Sloppy has been there waiting for you guys. He's not. I keep saying that he's not the king, but Sloppy is there waiting for you all. What are you guys all doing as you walk in? Shantae. I don't think you really need to. Basically, figured you guys were gonna touch down. Like, obviously, you needed to regroup, so you guys are all in separate places. Um, there's nothing you guys really need to do per se. You can obviously you told them where you were going, but is there anything else additional you want to add or talk about amongst yourselves before you decide and how to get there, how to get where you're going, and everything? Was it a cliffhanger? The last thing I remember saying was last week because my mic wasn't working last time in the stream either, so I couldn't go back and rewatch it. Emphatic. I do remember I mentioned something about Gandalf potential like hit. What did I say? I can't remember. I thought I said something about because there were if I remember correctly, last week when we played, you guys had heard rumors of him being up in Trulith, right? Or like an uprising in Trulith with like some of the students, right? Okay. So I think I kind of insinuated that like he could potentially be up there, but I don't think I don't remember much else. Honestly, I'm sorry. This might be one of the last ones of the campaign. Might as well. I'm not against it. Yes, sir. And and yeah, no, you're good. Hell yeah, reading your uncle's journal, Uncle Smoke. Smoke-san! Sorry, how far you are into it? If I remember correctly, the bow. What, say that one more time? I can't quite remember. I do want to say that it was in like. Because I think it is in the chat. It's in the dragon's. Not the dragon's claw, but there is a rock structure in a mountain range. But it was in. It was in Ildrased, though. Yes, not so you guys are in Plogeron, but that was in another continent. Do you remember when you guys went to Storm Point, that one village where magic was outlawed and everything? And yeah, that was where that was. Not that's not where the bow was, but that's where that's that nation. And yeah, okay. 20, 2020, yeah, 2022, September 2022. That's crazy, right? Hell yeah.
Well, so have we decided where we want to go? Because I do tell everybody that this journal I found, and I've been dedicating this my family's heritage. My uncle speaks of a location very near and dear to Aventus clan, and he speaks of a weapon that could aid in, you know, the downfall of many evil folks, specifically, you know, friends who kinfolk who are not forced, So I do want to make a journey there at some point, but whatever pressing matters or areas we need to go to, I am so young to weigh our options highly. But that is something that I want to share with the group. That is
Not only do we want to split the party, we want to go to two different. You want to be on two different planes? It's up to y'all. It's up to y'all.
what's the third location? I know that you said Feywild because of Arya's brother.
Because of Arya.
Oh, her gods. I guess they were. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Have you been to the Feywild before?
Once, very briefly. Yeah, you guys were like, oh, time acts differently here. We need to leave. Which is fair.
What's the
The the plane of Elysium. Hmm?
so you were there? We did not go to that one, but why do you say that? And since you know we're going next, I want to know where we're going specifically. So you were saying the god. You were saying something. And Paler is with God, right? That's not true. Okay, interesting. Uh, shit. Why don't we just leave this up to fate? And well, I guess we can't prove it.
Roll a D3.
Yeah, roll a d3. Why don't we just do that?
What the fuck's a D3? I think there is. You re-roll it.
Yeah, fourth option reroll, and then okay.
Hold on.
What? Yeah.
For the fourth option, then we can attack all three
Attack them? Jamal. Jamie. Alright, so that means Arya's going to the Feywild is number 3 and reroll is number 4. I would be glad to. Let me. Oh, I was gonna roll it in Tailspire where everybody can see it. Do you see my dice streaming on the thing?
No, this is Dan's thing.
Yeah, but it's you should still be able to see the dice. I'm holding a dice in the air. Do you see it? It was a 1.
Oh my goodness.
I demand a replay.
Nah, that's what I'm saying.
I re-rolled it again. I re-rolled it. It's a 4. It's a. Oh, it was a 2.
Let's develop someone else's storyline. Damn it, Dan, we gave you a whole fucking kingdom.
Yeah. Let's pull up somewhere else. I'm down at
Two is the next. 2 is the next roll.
let's get out of here.
Well, before we leave, let's
Is there a teleportation circle in this book? Actually, well, I have the plane, the ambulance.
Plane shift is that's not how plane shift works.
Oh wait, this is sorry. This is on.
Yeah, it's a different. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but there is a teleportation.
There's a teleport. It's technically not. So the shrine isn't in a town. It's high up in the mountain ranges, and the closest yeah, you'll still have to climb, right? Yeah, but the closest teleportation circle would be in Storm Point, which is the city you guys went to chasing Nirvana. I think this was right before you guys went to the Shadowfell for like the second time. That was actually like right before we started our stream. You guys remember? You remember the giant zombies? That was where you guys learned that she was a simulacrum for the first time, or like a clone, yeah. That was the first time you'd seen her since she died, quote unquote died.
I will head outside.
Okay. Anybody want to go with him?
Also, I would like to say that Robin does not have any potions or things like that because the last time he was used was not very used.
I know it.
Crazy.
What did he say?
You broke it, dude. I'm playing.
He called you broken D&D is crazy.
He's not even potion for potion, dog. Potion for potion right now.
I'm the champion of a god. You think she gonna have me out here broken, destitute? Come on. Look, I'm alright. I'm alright. But you know, if the king wanted to give me some money, I'm not mad at it. I'm not one of the I'm not one of those little people that you fuck with.
No, I wasn't because of me. I was being sexual. I got a lot of coins.
Nothing at all. I'm good.
Jesus Christ.
Nah, I'm good, sir. We're out here. We're doing better. It's fine.
Well, you guys are
it works for some people, but
That's crazy.
I'm truly not a monk. I've done some horrible things in my life, so.
My God, you forget that. You like learn about really safety.
Nope, 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 nope.
The race between
He does not exist. Nope. Not in this world. Not in this game. Sorry.
You're so
You're. Oh my god, bro. I can't believe this.
question.
Answer.
Gaseous something, gaseous state or something.
What's that spell called? Not kill cut.
Are you, can you, like, obviously, when you're super can you attack in
No.
and not attack as a gas?
You can only. I think the only thing you can do is dash in that form.
Oh. Now, I did read somewhere that all in gaseous form and it can allow put your entire body down to the floor. And you're like just like, become corporeal in them and like on some Mortal Kombat. I read that already. I don't know. Whoa. That's explosive. You get hit. And I don't know what happens with the skill
This is the same type of thinking that they niggas think that Ant-Man could have crawled up Thanos' ass and then just expanded and killed him. This is the same thought process.
He should have. Like, just scared us. But, thanks.
Happy to help. You are in the potion shop. You guys got some very strange looks as you were walking through town with Peter behind you guys. It's very rare for these people to see a Griffith just calmly walking through the city, let alone one respectfully that looks like Peter, being kind of not mutated but changed by the realm of shadows that he resided in for so long. Him naturally being bigger, his feathers being a darker shade of color. It's only natural that people are kind of staring at you guys and kind of keeping their distance respectfully. And then as you get to the shop, you guys all try to make your way through, and unfortunately Peter cannot fit through the doors, so he just decides to sit outside. But you guys are currently in the shop. And is being ran by a kind of middle-aged man. Middle-aged man and woman are running the shop together. But they welcome you into the store. What would you guys like to find? They have 3 of them. They can do them. They are 500 gold apiece. Okay, word.
My good man. What a gracious day this is. Like, pulled up on your shop. I am a admirer of obscure potions. So I am looking for something very obscure that is going to aid in my battles.
Okay.
Or serve as some entertainment. This may be my last days.
So I think I could help you more if you could be a little bit more specific with what you were trying to find. You said you were looking for something to help you, but help you with what exactly? Help me help you.
I'm looking for something that is, I guess it's going to protect me from, I guess give me some resistance from magical, I guess some magical resistance, I guess.
Say that last part one more time.
I just said any magical magic attacks or something. That is actually pretty smart. Great.
So you're looking for potions of necrotic damage then?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Word.
As well as just as well.
The necrotic damage potions are something we don't have too many in stock of. We have 3 right now, but we could definitely probably get some more in. Maybe by the next time you're back, hopefully. But we have plenty of healing potions, though.
Well, I would like to. How many superior?
Let me go. Let me look, and he goes and looks. It looks like I have 3 left of those as well.
I will take one of those. And how many? Just what is
The greater or regular?
greater? Can I get one?
Yeah, that'll be. There are several. It looks like we have after the 2. It looks like you got 10. We have 10 left, and we can do them plus the superior one for, let's call it 450 gold. Silver. We run a business here, man. Look at your clothes. They cost gold, do they not? Don't try to lowball me in my own store, man.
I'm in this country. I don't know currencies there. I don't know if it's offensive to me. I don't know. But that sounds fair. That sounds fair.
He said, "I'm new to this country." Fucking.
I don't know. That's a good thing. That's a good one.
Sure. Well, those guys are 250 gold apiece. Actually, I lied. Oh, I'm silly. My thumb was covering one of the zeros there. They're 2,500 gold apiece. They're it's a very uncommon potion. It's an uncommon potion. They don't come by very often. And to be respectfully, what are you dealing with to be running into something where you're gonna have to need necrotic resistance?
So there are very dark forces afoot. We've fought several.
So it sounds like you've adventured pretty well seasoned adventurer then, right?
Absolutely, look at these scars, man.
So you got the gold to afford it then, right? I mean, I haven't seen in the city walls. I haven't seen no bandits in here.
I'm saying on the travel.
That's crazy.
How about just a flat side effect? How about that?
Roll me a persuasion check.
It's 18.
I'll tell you what. I was pulling your leg there, giving you a bit of a hard time there. I'll let it. And you already paid some money for some potions earlier. I'll go ahead and let it go for 2,000. I believe it or not, I think I might. I just might have one left. That's kind of a higher end potion, so I might have to go into the back real quick and open up the safe. Give me just a second. And he goes into the back. It takes him 5 or 10 minutes. But he comes back and he goes, well, sure enough, I have one left. It is a pretty penny though, but you are the king, so of course I can throw a royalty discount on there for you. After the discount, it would be about 5,000 gold. But respectfully, what does that mean for me? Does that mean more work for me? Does that mean a pay raise? Again, am I going to get paid? Am I going to get paid more for that? Because that sounds like more, like, don't get me wrong, I am flattered. That is a great opportunity, but it sounds like more work for me. Roll me a persuasion check with advantage because you are the king. He's very charisma based, so let's see. 24. I His wife's kind of in the back, just kind of like shaking her head, like, no, don't do it, no. Yeah, I think that sounds fair. And as he says that, she's just like, no. But yeah, that sounds fair to me. 3,000 gold and some free advertising and everything. I'd be happy to help supply the king with as many potions as they need. So yeah, that sounds like a great opportunity for us. No, cannot do that. No, unfortunately. Say that again. Rings. Say that one more time. Pugilism?
It looks like pugilism.
I can look. I might have to look in the back again.
Look, I speak up and say, while you're looking for something like that, do you have any potions of rest?
I will have to look. What the hell is this potion called? Sure, fuck it. Go ahead, smartass. Go ahead. Use it in a sentence for me. That wasn't a great use of the word.
I gotta find out
It doesn't even show up in my.
There's no picture.
It's not even showing up in my thing.
Pugilism.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Illegal. The profession or hobby of
Potion of pugilism, is that a thing?
It's popping up for all of us.
Potion of pugilism. It showed up on. Bitch, I have this book. I'm not. That's annoying. I own the book. I don't understand why it's not popping up in my thing. Let me see. I was looking at my search in the search tab on D&D Beyond, but I pulled up the book now. I probably could have. Too late. I'm already here. Potion of flying, potion of healing, invulnerability, potion of speed. Did I skip it? Potion of resistance, potion of after you drink this potion, each unarmed strike you make deals an extra d6 force damage on a hit. This effect lasts 10 minutes. Ugh, crazy. But him and his wife are in the back. You can hear them kind of arguing a bit, but eventually the wife comes back and she goes, it looks like I have one of each of those potions. I have a potion of rest and a potion of pugilism. Um, I think I think that would be a fair trade. Roll me a persuasion check. I think the potion of necrotic damage. I think if it was just a potion of necrotic damage, I might do it, but for both of them, I think it's a little too much. For sure. Roll me a sleight of hand check. What'd you roll? Sure. Okay. So this is 22 on the persuasion or on the sleight of hand. Okay, on a 22, yeah, it overrides her perception. So yeah, hell yeah.
How much was that potion of rest last week?
The potion of rest is kind of a rare potion, so we think that 500 gold is a fair price for it. Thank you so much. Potatoes! Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. It's from Lord of the Rings, bro. You filthy casual. Samwise Gamgee, bro. So if you guys have no more business in the or in the potion shop, you make your leave, and as you do, you notice that the skies have gotten gray from storm clouds, and it does begin to slightly drizzle as you leave, and Peter is kind of putting his wings up to cover the portion of his back and like his face with fur, so that way his fur doesn't get wet and the water just glides off the feathers. As you guys step outside, you notice kind of right, not super far from the doorway, leaned up against the wall, is an elder looking man with long silvery hair and looks like a well-trimmed beard, but very simplistic clothes. Kind of looks like he's dressed for colder climates. But he says as it begins to rain, not just to you, just kind of like he's speaking in general. He states, skies have been dark recently. Air's gone cold. I feel change is coming. Hopefully it's good change. The skies first started turning darker, I want to say, that I noticed yesterday. It could mean anything. No one. It could just be simple storms passing through, but I fear something dark is brewing. If you look at these clouds, and you can see that the storm clouds kind of push back and they roll through the mountaintop, pushing past King's Standing, going further up the mountains. I think something cold is brewing up north, further up the mountains. Who knows? I've been around a long time, and I've seen many things, but I do not like the looks of what's to come. I don't think Jamie would, but the rest of you guys go ahead and roll perception checks. I don't think you've ever met this person before. Now that I think about it, I don't think Arya has either.
I rolled a 31.
A 31? Damn, Robin. Anybody else? Okay. So Robin, oh, that would be crazy. That would be kind of crazy. It's Cateron, though. Uh, as you begin hearing this man speak, you can't help but feel like you've encountered each other before. Not just you and him, but everybody in the like all of you guys have potentially met this person. You think, and perhaps it was that one particular phrase he said that he has been around a long time, and it kind of clicks in your head. You've met this figure before. I think one. I think most of the time in a different form. I think you've only seen him once in this human form. But you all are speaking to Eudorth the Gentle Mind, the ancient silver dragon you guys have encountered in the past. I believe it's been at least 2 years since you have seen him, since the battle and uprising to overthrow King Butt Stallion.
I kind of smirk and I say, "Was that you doing?"
He kind of snickers and, shit. I was trying to figure out how long I could go without you recognizing me. It is good to see you all again. I wish it were under better terms, but I'm glad to see you all have grown since the last time we've met.
It's always a pleasure to see you. I'm happy to see there's still some big dragons around.
Not many of us left, unfortunately, but I'm still here, and I have plenty of fight left in me. And I know that that fight and fire has passed on to my daughter as well, and hopefully to your lineage as well, Aloy.
We haven't consummated any unions.
I wasn't meaning anything like that. I just meant that your ancestor a long time ago rose up to a great evil and helped overthrow it and stop its plot to overthrow the good world, the free world. And it's
I plan to walk in those same footsteps. So, I kind of
what the fuck? All dragons are just doms, apparently. Yes, bro. Yes. He just be like soul bonding with people and shit. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen that one. That's funny. I wish that it would be that a new threat wouldn't rise and that there would be peace in these mountains and in these lands for many more millennia, but it appears a new threat is rising. I don't know what you all are about to do, but if you are about to leave, I can do what I can to perhaps gain some intel. I may be old, but I still have my spies hidden throughout the mountains.
with my uncle spoke of mountain
Ildrised. Close. Ildrised. Um, roll me a persuasion check for the taking part. But this is a history. This is a history check for him. Ignore that.
I also have +4 when it comes to dragon fighters.
I think, yeah. You also have the Mask of the Silver Dragon, so you do have like advantage with those dragons.
I'll just roll this.
Just roll it with advantage. Nat 20? Hell yeah. I am familiar. I think I am familiar with the range that your uncle speaks of. If he is speaking of the mouth of the dragon, it is an ancient shrine in the mountains that my dragon forefathers built even before my time. Uh, it was said to previously be a shrine to the platinum dragon Bahamut that all metallic dragons like myself originated from. Until many years ago, a group known as the Dragon's Claw, they were a cult of dragon worshippers who seek to free Tiamat from her prison on the plains of hell, and thanks to your uncle's bravery and several other rangers, they were thwarted. But since then, it has been kind of taken over by the natives of the mountains. It has been long since it has been recovered and reclaimed by dragons. Um, yes.
We shall. I don't know about the mountains. Go out to lives, but if they are inherently bad individuals, then I guess we have no believe us no choice.
There is always a. I believe there can be a way to peacefully go about this, but if there is no other way, then perhaps there is a way. But perhaps we let's not take it there unless we need to, of course. But are you trying to do that now? Do you have other intentions? I think it would be wise. Go ahead. Go ahead. I think it would be wise for me to. It would be wise for me to try to listen in for my spies and informants up north in the mountains and in the woods in the wilderness. See if there are any word or whispers of what is to come per se. While I gather intelligence, perhaps it would be wise for you to tie off any loose ends that you all need to take care of.
Absolutely. I was just, looking for a faster way.
No, of course, I can take you, but if you wanted to do something else first.
Well, I am ready, but
Yeah, if you want to like sidebar and huddle for a couple minutes, I'm gonna sit here and I think I might smoke like light my pipe here in a second. Just do your thing. Do your thing. You guys kind of. What? I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
yeah.
I'll have to double check. I think they're monsters. I think they're their own thing, actually. You would need dominate monster, I think. Yeah, it's their own. It's its own thing. It's dragon. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Well, I am ready to do that. Unless you guys are ready to hit the road, jacket.
What did you want to try to grab? What kind of ring? The Ring of Solar Sight? Because I've never heard of this. Hunter's Mark. So, right, I feel you. Unfortunately, the jeweler does not have it at the moment, but that doesn't mean they can't get it within the next couple days. Oh, of course, yeah, definitely, Your Grace. Yeah, we can, and of course, with royalty, we can try to get expedited shipping on it and try to get it here early. So, yeah, we can definitely get it here by the end of the. Oh, perfect. Thank you. That wasn't even part of the requirement, but perfect. Fuck yeah, we'll take it. Um, Anything else? You need some water? Have you been hydrating? You need some water. Go get the king some fucking water! And they rush off and they come back and they have a plate or like two, what are they? Flutes that would look like they're supposed to be for champagne, for water, like filled with water, brought to you. Um, we might have some stuff, nothing big, like maybe just some like chips and like maybe some walnuts, peanuts, pistachios, some things like that. Like crackers, maybe, I don't know. We can look, but you can do both. So, you guys get group back up. Brienne and Arya return from the jewelry store. And what is your next move? As Udorth has kind of Udorth is still over there just smoking his pipe, letting you all sidebar and get whatever you need to do done. So you guys are going. If I remember correctly, we rolled the dice and we decided. Originally it was dancing, and then we decided to re-roll it, and then we decided to do Levi's, right? Just want to make sure we were all in agreement and everybody's good to go.
I mean, I don't know.
All right. You, Udorth kind of cracks his neck a little bit, ashes his pipe, and he goes, "All right, we should probably head somewhere a little safe, a little place with a little bit more space. If I'm gonna give you all a ride, I can't quite turn into my full size in this place. It's too crowded, too cramped, and there'd be a lot of destruction. Hate to cause, unnecessary tax payments and things like that." Kind of says with a smirk.
This form that they use is like obviously it's just
It's
the scales and shit like that.
he he is fully in human form at the moment. It's kind of like a polymorph spell where he is fully transfigured his ability or like his face and everything. But he can drop it like whenever he wants, because it is concentration. Yeah. But he can do stuff like that if he wants to. On some Kaido shit.
Was still here, we might have had to secure it faster to Udorth's neck or something. So that too.
Did you like your little friend? Because you seem very
Mm.
about him.
That's crazy.
I was the original.
I mean, hey, we've gone for 2 years straight. No, Boca, it was
Also above table, Corey, I don't remember my rapier that I had.
Nightfall?
Yeah. Is it awakened or exalted?
It is awakened at this point. It is not exalted.
Okay. Wanted to make sure.
No, for sure.
There's a lot of moving pieces to it.
No, I know. I understand. I kind of want to go back and kind of simplify it a little bit more because it is a lot to it.
I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just trying to figure it out.
No, I get it.
You said what? It's gonna go crazy when y'all actually see it in action.
You guys are headed to a different continent. You are Dragonback. It would probably take it on Dragonback. Oh boy, I'm trying to think now.
But he knows the location.
It would probably take at least maybe 12 hours, 12 to 14 hours, I'd say.
He knows the location. If we took the teleportation to him, we still have to travel the night range, and stuff like that. But he can just drop us right then and there. So yeah.
I go running up and I call shotgun. No road very before.
Hey, we're gonna. You're like you're about to have the most important part. Yeah.
That's so funny. Yeah, and he begins to bound forward, and his wings begin to flourish and spread into their full gargantuan length of almost probably 40 feet, 35 feet, and he begins to elevate and fly and soar through the air, and you can all feel the wind rushing through, and you can feel the change in elevation as the air gets thinner and slightly more challenging to breathe. You feel yourselves at a loss of breath rather quickly as you fly up so high. Your ears kind of feel that change as they almost feel like they're about to pop, and you are now almost thousands of feet in the air, and you are soaring above the mountain range, above the clouds, and you do see Jamie, coincidentally being the front. You see the floating above the storm clouds. You can see them kind of all. You see them moving fast and aggressively, and you can see them almost forming like what looks like a cyclone, not like one that's like super aggressive and fast that's picking things up, but like it looks like they're almost kind of like they're not like a cyclone, I should say, but like a reverse cyclone where they're spiraling outwards like that and moving down and moving fastly away, almost as if they're kind of originating from some point northern in the mountains. And then as soon as you notice it, you fly over top and it's behind you. And then you begin to see the majestic blue water of the Andaline Sea as it opens up, and you see nothing but water for hundreds of miles. You see nothing but water. That's crazy.
Hey, that's it. I feel that. And I'm gonna pull up my pipe. Oh, absolutely.
You fucking goon. I have too many maps. For sure. As you guys are all admiring your amazing view and acknowledging the vastness of the stars and sky as thousands of stars begin illuminating at once as well. You hear the sound of like air being suctioned tightly and greatly with like what's the word? With a with a great velocity, yeah. And before you know it, Brienne is gone, and you see the rod of security where she so fondly carries just sitting there.
I will never turn him away. It's like, hey, what happens if you die? With the rod of security. Like, what kind of like 10,000 Yeah, I don't have the rod.
It's just what if you put the portable hole in the brain? Oh no, she was drinking mojitos.
We should have thrown the rod off. Let's throw the rod off.
Because the last time when you decide out of nowhere that because the last session we had, I had a reaction to something, and you guys said it was not different. It was okay. I forgot. You're the king. You're also the king of this D&D session. I forgot.
Relax. This is not Trump's America in this D&D game. I promise you what. That ain't mine.
This is Dan's session. You forgot.
Time out. Live on the no, we're not drunk. But it's called. That was hilarious. I honestly didn't hear you the first time, but I was like, wait, I know Dan has it, but I didn't hear you when if not, I would have been like, yeah, let's throw that bitch out.
He can go in the portable hole too.
That thing's already nothing but a strength check away.
I'm sorry. You know how much longer?
You guys have probably another 8 hours.
It's been a minute.
I would say it has been a minute. You guys have traveled a great distance. I would say you have probably been you're at least half, so it'd probably be another 6 at most.
Those non-elf characters probably need sleep, don't they?
It is, unless you guys stayed up all night, it is nighttime, like I mentioned. So you guys do need to rest at some point.
Hey, Aloy, you want to let me borrow that portable hole?
I mean, we don't have anywhere to put it, right? Have we landed? We haven't landed.
No, you guys are still on the dragon.
Yeah. I mean, yes, I think it's right.
I'll say the full amount. Thank you for your accommodations.
You guys sleep eventually overtakes you via the comfort of flying peacefully on Udorth's back, and he carries you safely over the rest of the sea. And as you all wake up, you feel yourselves not quite lower. You feel yourselves that you have lowered in altitude slightly, and you can see a great mountain range below you all again that flattens out on either side. A very much narrower, smaller mountain range than the Draystone passageway that you are all familiar with. A much smaller range. But you see it flatten out on either side, and you can see, even from where you are, you can see these monstrous looking figures, 2 of them, massive. They appear, even from this high up, you only know one thing that could probably stand out to you from this high up, and that can keep its shape that well, particularly like a humanoid, and you can assume that these are 2 giants dueling in combat, punching and boxing and fighting each other on the edge of a massive cliffside. Um,
Well, Uber, thank you for this great act of hospitality. It's not every day you have a friend fly you across the continent, get food up. But I appreciate it. Took time away from your intel, but we will leave you to get back to gathering that information and let us know if what is great significance into our dealings with Gandalf and the evil he presents. Also, here's this sending stuff in case we need to touch with you. And I'm gonna hand it the phone.
Thank you. I would like to contact you another time and
he laughs great. No, he laughs greatly. Let me pull you guys into the map here. Wow, bro, that's how you thank the man? He drops you off on the outskirts of a mountain range, right on the old side of an ancient-looking stone bridge. Let me pull you guys into the map. Oh, how the fuck do you use this thing again? Summon players. Found it. I'm done.
Sometimes I just look at these maps and I'm just like, can I just live here for like a second? Can I just sit down on that bridge and just overlook the vast beyond?
Far off in the mountain range, through the trees, passing the bridge, you see what looks like a small village. Not quite. Not a very elegant looking one per se, but a village all the same. And you see beyond it, you see what look like trees and a stair. Where is it? Damn it to hell. You see what looks like a stairway ascending upwards on a mountain. It looks damn. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can fix this real quick. Cause yeah, that shit's no, not that. Go away, you. What would you all like to do? God damn it. You guys are on the other side of the bridge at the moment. Well, how the fuck did... There's what I'm looking for. God damn it. What the fuck? What the fuck is happening? You guys are over here. Yes. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? My screen's acting wonky now. You guys are over here. Oh, I'm pointing at the bridge. Yeah. Oh, let me put you guys down.
This is like Baldur's Gate when you find Astorian for the first time. Remember that?
I do.
I'm looking. That's the
I just bought Alex Baldur's Gate for her birthday, so I'm about to start playing that with her.
Village. That's fine. You ever finish it?
Fuck no.
I might have never finished it. That's what it's insane. Yeah. It was so good.
All right.
That moment was so good.
Where the fuck did Robin go? Or not Robin.
I'm not
Hmm.
I played actually a little bit past that. I'm at the part where I have to. This gets yanked. Oh, yeah.
This is not in the game, but I just thought this was a funny ass mini. Community mods, bro. We love a good community mod. Oh, he's not there. He's not there. He's not there. It is not Storm Point. No, this is a place you have not been before. What am I looking for? There we go. I'm looking for Peter. That's what I'm looking for. Is his mini there? No, shut up. Not him. Peter! This is fuck it. That's Peter's mini from now on. No, I can't. All right, cool. All right, so you all decide to make your way to the village. Peter's a big boy. Gandalf, that's Jamie. Your path, the stone path to the village, has some nice shady parts with these tall, beautiful trees. And as you get closer, you can see poking out above the tree line are the tall towers of this village that is built into the rock wall, as well as the massive stone structure behind it. This game thing is pissing me off. Yeah.
We're supposed to be looking for a shrine. Yeah. I mean, this shrine is I don't know about this, but this is my first time here. I don't think this was. Bro, this wasn't in the.
There is there actually is mentions of a village outside of the shrine. Yes. Your Uncle Smoke has a couple descriptions of the village and some of the and some of the people that he's met there. Let me pull up my notes on that real quick. I had all my notes for the Feywild ready, but none ready for this. So let me go find them. Aloy, and that's literally the name of the tab. Aloy and Family Tree. Even though they're all dead. I'm sorry, I'm a hater. Let's see. All right. He writes of a ranger that used to live there, named excuse me, named Chinook, Chinook, and that's the villager, the name of the ranger that used to live there. Yeah. Also, there's a couple other names too. There's a woman named Alana. Excuse me. Yeah, these are people's names. Yeah, people's names that live here. That yeah, that he's used to be friends with, like because he used to travel these mountains a lot, along with the Draystone Passageway back as well. But he used to travel this mountain range a lot. Particularly, he had a partner that traveled this range that he would travel with a lot up here, named Chinook, that you met once before, actually. If you remember. Come on. Does anybody remember this? Okay, it's fine. It's cool. As you guys begin walking towards the town, you begin you begin up walk up. What the fuck? You begin to see a figure kind of gently floating upward up above the city line, very not slowly, but like I said, kind of gently, calmly. Like you can tell there are no ill intentions behind it. Very briefly, you can see floating almost with like. It does not look like that they have wings. Almost looks like through the powers of magic, like a flight spell of some kind. This very light blue skinned woman with long silver hair, kind of tied up in a bun, flies up over the top part of this particular tower right here. No, don't grab the fucking thing. God damn it. Up here. If you can see that from where you guys are on the map, up here.
Looks like it's I can see it.
This is not the perfect mini for it, but we're going to use this one. Fuck it. She very briefly kind of floats up, not even acknowledging you. Doesn't even notice you're there, almost as if this is kind of like a normal, everyday thing for her. But like I said, light skin, light blue skin, I should say. Almost very similar to Aloy's skin, now that I mention it. And then she's floating through the air, kind of carefree, just happy as the wind, you know, just floating there, kind of flying about, minding her business. Is there anything you guys want to do? You there? What is your name? But she kind of looks up suddenly as she hears this, and looks kind of surprised, and immediately kind of flies back down. No, back to where she came from.
Like, is she scared?
Hmm?
Is she like startled? Does she exhibit that?
She looked pretty startled, yeah, pretty surprised, looking over and acknowledging and seeing you guys.
Yeah, there you go, scaring the hoes. Well, let's hit it. I'm sure.
Crazy.
They look somewhat friendly. I don't we will be attacked, but the best we be on our guard just in case. Yeah. Put the weapons away. So,
There's not really a main gate. The main kind of entrance is just this. Where is it? Oh, this, yeah, this is just kind of a little cave area. Yeah, it doesn't really do much.
I mean, well, I'm just gonna.
The main entrance is probably just a no bullshit is all the where is it? I designed this very poorly. It looks great, but not very practical. But yeah, depending on who it is, you can't carry Brienne. Peter's with you guys too, obviously. But yeah, easy enough. You guys all have your various means of being able to. In here. Yeah, you did. Yeah, there's an opening over here in the cave that has a little rail that you guys can walk on. Hold on. I thought there was a certain way to do it. You gotta the fucking. No, that was me. That was me. What's up? At the moment, it's pretty calm. What the motherfucker? This is gonna piss me off. These cameras. So you make your way into the cave. It is very dimly lit. Otherwise, from the two sources of light. But there's immediately on your left side, like a ramp that you guys can walk up to get to the other opening. But other than that, there's nothing else really in here. It seems the cave appears to be empty from there. Yeah, it's. Yeah. So you make your way up. You make it all the way up there? Hell yeah. As you make your way up there, slowly but surely you all figure out how to do it. Proud of you. You make your way up there, and you begin to hear the sound of shuffling and kind of shouting and people kind of running. Um, and it's in your direction. Maybe a little bit.
I mean, well, I went high.
You're in. It's a cave, dog. Hell yeah.
I'm just gonna.
I'd like to be stealthy. Do I need to roll for that?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
It's 22.
Hell yeah.
That was not a good roll. I would plus 17.
God damn. That's just. Doing the highest things like plus 10. Mine's plus 10 to intimidation.
Damn.
I have 8 things over a plus 9. The classes that I am have a lot of skills. And the feats that I take.
What level are we supposed to be at?
18?
20?
No.
19.
19. You're 19. My fault.
Yeah, correct.
Did you say stupid?
Taking that level away from us.
I never gave you level 20.
No, I'm talking about level 19. You said 19.
Oh, I was just tripping. I forgot I leveled. You guys leveled up. My bad. Um. You hear the shuffling and you hear the rushing for coming towards you, and you see a group of multiple dragonborn running down the ramp towards you guys, weapons drawn. Two of them appear to be like almost having spells at the ready, and one of them in the way back, you can't quite get a good eye on him per se, but you can see he has a weapon of some kind, a sword and a shield, it appears to be. What is it you guys are doing as they rush towards you?
I am going to. I'm going to use my gift to create
Are you gonna try to dragon shot right now? Is that really what you're gonna try to do?
I'm not attacking him. I'm just trying to.
Skyrim where you
The dragon shout, yeah.
Something like that.
Like the costume giving him 5
As they begin rushing towards you, you begin to try to use your draconic energy to try to scare them in some way. And you don't really, you can't tell if it's working, but just as you think you give up, you're about to give up and lose hope, they kind of pull up at the last second and they stop and almost kind of form almost a wall between you guys and the ramp. And then, which of you guys speak? Some of you guys speak Draconic, of course, correct?
I'm gonna say,
They're
So we mean no harm. We mean no violence. We are just passing through. My name is Aloy Ventus. My uncle Smoke left Levi on his travels and discussed his party in this town. Do I know the town?
Sessos.
That's
Sessos. Sessos.
My uncle Smoke mentioned Sessos. Who among you is? Where can I find Chinook?
Chinook.
Where may I find Chinook? I need to speak with him about pressing matters concerning Juventus Clan and my
Roll me a. Levi, you said literally all of the right words in that. Literally all of them. I need you to roll me a persuasion check with advantage. Because they run up and they begin saying words in Draconic that some of you might not understand. A lot of them kind of are shouting and just kind of getting lost in the babble. But one of the main words that's standing out is outsiders. But then you mentioned your Uncle Smoke and Chinook. What did you roll? It was with advantage. So what was an 8 in total? Roll it twice. Oh wait, you clicked advantage and then right click, so it did roll 2 dice?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Oh, damn.
I know, bro. It's just fucked up. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Worse than the real world.
Yeah. But in Draconic, they say Chinook is gone. He left years ago. After your uncle died.
I was hoping that I would connect with, his. Well, I mean, sorry, I was hoping I would reconnect with his friends. Tell me about his journeys, specifically something that you mentioned. What about I forget the name. But that.
What I'm about it's no, the her name was Alana.
What about Alana?
Why does it matter? What do you need? What does an outsider want with her?
I heard that she's also part of this art. Shed light on this. My uncle's dealings. What became of him? Where Chinook went? sorry to be so secretive, but we're not here under. We're not having ulterior motives. We're not here to harm. I myself, like you, am of the dragons.
One of them, as you begin saying this, one of them kind of like squawks, and that's when you recognize that it's not a bird, not a dragon, but actually a kenku that is with them, with the sword and shield. And he kind of squawks, and he goes in common, "Hand over your weapons." And then the dragonborn that you're speaking to kind of nods his head, and then he in Draconic goes, "If you mean no harm, hand over your weapons. You will get them back when you leave, but as a sign of peace." And then he begins kind of putting his own weapon away. After
I will be my weapons. How about I think we can trust him. I think we can trust him. I think they're just scared.
Is it just you?
I'm put behind.
He squawks, and he turns with his sword and shield ready to stab, and he's just like kind of following you the whole time. He is. Let me be honest with you. My camera is turned off of like the Discord chat, so you can't see me. Let me be clear here. Let me be perfectly clear. This guy is like all of 4 feet tall, but he has a sword and shield just. He kind of turns his head at you sideways, and he kind of just like dead intent, like the bird, like how birds stare, just with his sword and shield still, just. For you have a couple of one of the dragonborns, the red one, speaks up. Forgive Croak. He has been through a lot, actually. Like you said, give him some time. He's very kind. Just give him some time to open up to you. But if you all decide to turn over your weapons, we can lead you to where Alana is, like they were saying. So, are you guys handing over your weapons as well? You have a sword on your belt. You have the sword, the luck sword.
You can still cast spells,
Um. He says if you won't give it over, then then it's fine if you stay back. But he won't. He's not gonna let you put it in the portable hole. You can certainly try, but but Croak is gonna stay back and watch you guys, so he's gonna be aware of your funny business. That's cute. Remember when you said this was gonna be a peace mission? He's a bird. Nasty ass.
The Ravens and Yankees do have time.
Sick. Y'all are gross as hell. Anyways. Don't forget to mark off these spell slots or whatever slots you need. Or because it's dark. Yeah.
They're just taking hard weapons. They're not taking
Weapons.
Alright, please take this to
Hell yeah. I was trying to move them on fucking Dan's screen. I'm stupid. Two of the the Dragonborn begin to lead you into the city, while Croak stays behind to observe you all. Let me move you guys up there. And you see it kind of open up, and you see beautiful, lush, pink cherry blossom trees. You can see a beautiful view of the river that runs through the mountains here. Where the fuck? Didn't mean to drop you all the way down there. That's my fault. Oh, yeah. I'm assuming Arya gave her weapons over to. No, Brienne. You're back down there. You didn't give your weapons over. Stay there. No, you're good. Get back in your. But they lead you through the city, and they lead you to a house on the edge of the village over here. If you can see my map, or if you zoom out a little bit, they'll lead you over here to this little hut right here.
How big is this? Does it seem like there's a lot of people?
Probably less than 50. They are, yeah. And in this house, they knock first. The Dragonborn knock. And then one of them opens the door. And you can hear some people talking inside. And they open it up, and they go, Alana, you have guests here, and then it's just like dead silence inside. Okay, come in. After you all, and he lets you go inside. So you go in first, right? You go in. Okay, you walk in. Let me open up the door for you first. you walk in and there's a door open to the back, and you see a stairway that goes up to your right, and you see in the corner of the room over this chest, over this over about back here, there are two women standing there. One of them, a human woman with brown silver hair, probably looking in her, I would say mid to late 50s. Rather kind of simple clothes, but standing next to her is the air genasi that you all saw earlier. And now that those of you that are here can see her much more closely, the resemblance between her and Aloy is very scary. Not even just like the fact that they're both genasi, they just look very similar. No, go ahead. You say what you're going to say, but they look over as you begin to speak, but go ahead.
Well, thank you for this. My uncle Smoke, said I should seek. He mentioned that you were a great friend to him, and we went on many travels together. I want to find out a little bit his dealings, his demise, and then the other member of your party. What is his name?
Chinook.
Where he lived. Also, I think I saw you outside. I think I saw you outside. I thought we were all extinct. Except me.
The whole time you're talking, the human woman is like hand over her face, like eyes wide, like teary-eyed, like she has seen a ghost. And meanwhile, like the genasi that she is speaking to, genasi-looking woman that she's speaking to is kind of like wide-eyed, look very excited. And she goes, extinct? I thought I was the only one too. Like, this is amazing. Heck. And then her mom just kind of like puts her on the shoulder, or the other woman, I should say. You don't realize, damn. Yeah, my fault. Damn! But it's okay. But she goes, you look exactly like him. You look so much like your Uncle Smoke. There's so much to tell you. Let's start from the beginning. I didn't really do much adventuring. I've been here a very long time, and Chinook and Smoke would come visit on their routine, travels through the mountains, logging all of the wildlife and making sure things have calmed down here after the uprising with the cult and everything. And through Smoke's time here, he and I, Aloy, this is your cousin, Allura Ventus. She kind of is openly crying at this point now, because we didn't know. We thought she was all that was left. We heard everyone was gone. We heard everyone died. Smoke, his kids, his wife, his brothers, their kids. We heard there was no survivors, and so we thought I hid her here to keep her safe.
This is news to me. I'm very stunned. There were no survivors. I was the barely survived my life.
She kind of rushes forward and she's openly weeping and she just embraces you in a big hug. I'm so sorry. I can't imagine what you've been through.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm sure now that we've found each other, there's going to be ample time for us to restore what we had. And I've actually had dealings with it. We were able to restore the Ventus back to what they were. So we don't have to live here any longer and hide. You are free. I can't believe my uncle sired a child. This is very welcome news. What happened to how did he pass? Also, where did Chinook go to?
If you remember, Smoke was killed in the Blackout Company attack because he lived in the same compound as you. Chinook, last I heard from him, he was going to Ploggeron. He said he wanted to start over there. After his time, he said he wanted to go somewhere away from the mountains, away from the cold. I think he mentioned something about somewhere hot. In a desert, maybe?
Wow, that is just returned from the desert ourselves. If I had known this, we could have potentially found it. But that is no issue. This is welcome news. I'm happy that you finally have a sense of family. I'm already here, they want to go right here. They've been my family all this time. But enough of the. I'm sure we'll have a lot of time to catch up. But I am actually here on very, very important business. Mentions a shrine mentions a shrine containing an artifact close to the Ventus Line that aid in the great battle that is to ensue. This battle is actually against the Black forces. Every time, it's like a hydra. Every time one hit, two grow in its place. So we sever. Once and for all. Do you know where this shrine is?
I can show you where it is. Sorry, I didn't realize y'all were waiting on me. Her and her daughter Allura begin to lead you outside. Allura kind of runs up to her mom real quick, and she goes, "I thought we weren't really supposed to be up here." And she goes, "This time's different." And then she kind of stops a second and waits as your mom kind of leads you on, and then she waits for you to catch up, and she goes, "So how far did you have to come to get here? Are you from far from here? Or are you how far away are you from this place?"
You know, on the whole other continent, it took us 12 hours to track back.
You flew here on a dragon?
Yes, I did. That is just like walking a dog. Us Ventus. In our DNA. Maybe I will teach you someday.
Whoa. Oh,
Connection with the dragon. I'm sad that your father didn't teach you about our roots. But, I'm here now.
this sounds weird, bro. This sounds weird. You're a goon, Levi. You're a gooner, bro. But she leads you back up kind of a similar route that you guys came. Where the hell? Come here, you. And you all... She begins to lead you to what looks like the massive staircase that you guys could see far off from the bridge earlier. And you all begin to climb. And you see around you, on these ledges around the staircase, these beautiful cherry blossom trees and shrubbery and mosses that have beautiful luminescent colors to them. And there is a massive archway gate at the top of this mountain. And on the other side, you see two little statues. You see one that looks kind of like... one that looks kind of like a warrior with his swords out in front of him, and a gong on the other side, and behind it you see a statue of a not huge, but it's probably not to scale, but a statue of a dragon with his wings kind of flooded back, wide, and you can't help but feel like some magic presence, some eminence coming from this place as you get closer, Aloy.
I'm just going to walk. I will take off my shoes. I don't think this is sacred ground. So I'll take off my shoes and I'll just walk through the shrine. And what is before? What is that before the dragon statue?
Right, this up here. It is the statue of a warrior with swords out in front of him. Kind of like, almost, yeah, it's like they're made out of stone, but it's a statue like of a warrior, like praying to his swords, kind of, or like worshiping them, you know.
I'm just gonna investigate it. Are there any, inscriptions on it and stuff like that? And same for the
You do see. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check real quick.
Also, I'm gonna take out the Oh my gosh. 14.
What was it?
14.
14. So it looks like this statue, the statue of this warrior, the statue, obviously it's wearing armor of some kind, and this regalia, the samurai armor, the mask of it appears to be that of the visage of a dragon. The more you inspect this shrine, the more you closely look at it, it looks like this mask is a different piece of stone altogether. It looks like it was a separate piece attached, so it looks like it could potentially be removed. And it looked like there are some moving pieces to this statue as well. Not just the mask can move or can be removed. It looks like a couple things on it and the stones themselves can be moved. And there are some draconic runes on the gong. Where are my notes?
Also, I'm gonna check out
Very similar. It says, in Draconic, it says, better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace.
At this point, are Alana and your daughter?
They are here, yeah.
Do you know what this word is, or do you know what this is referring to?
we know some Draconic, and according to what we believe, it means peace, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying the thing you said.
Better. It was better than 1,000 hollow words. What was it? Yeah, better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace.
Can I look in my investigation years? But look at my English journal and see if there's any mention or indication of how this like the puzzle of whatever this statue is.
You can look. It might not give you a direct answer, but the more you look, it does seem that your uncle realized that this statue is some kind of puzzle. That you have to move the things around in order to get what the prize is. But he just couldn't figure it out.
Well, before I do that, can I inspect the statue?
The dragon statue? Yeah, definitely. You can. You are noticing the dragon, and you're just looking for anything that you might potentially notice, and you can't help but notice its gaze, and that it's staring at a point at the back of the head of this other statue, and you can't help but notice there's a piece of the statue's head that looks like it looks different,
Yes.
Yes.
Well, what if I just
What do you? It's one.
The last.
You can try.
I'm gonna try taking that off.
Um,
Has guidance on Levi.
And I'm gonna see if it fits or certain scenes in the where statue or if any of them statue can be fitted onto the
So as you are kind of looking around this statue, you are kind of grazing with your fingers over the indentions and trying to figure out where to go from here. It doesn't look like there's any removable pieces. You think the mask can be removable, but it looks like there's something holding it in place. And as you kind of are turning around again and you put your hand on the back of its head where the dragon's eyes were looking, where it's the dragon's gaze was going, if you were following it directly, it looks like it looks like it sinks in a little bit. The stone on the back of the statue here, like back here. And as you push it in, you hear like a mechanism kind of towards the front of the machine, kind of closer towards. You're back here. Kind of up in this general direction. Kind of closer up here. You hear the sound of like a stone, like kind of something like unclicking or like slipping back into place. You know what I mean? You know what it sounds like when you hear something unlock? Yeah.
So this is just what's the statue behind this
So there's
somewhere around that area.
yeah, something on the statue unlocked, yeah. But there's three kind of statues, kind of. There's like the statue of the swords. There's this guy the statue that you're interacting with now, and then the dragon statue.
Can that the one the mask or the spin statue, like the first one that was just pushed in, can it be pushed further in, or is that
That's the furthest it could go, yeah. It looks like there's more to it. It could have unlocked another part of the statue that can now be moved and accessed. So you have to look again.
uh
Yeah, of course. And then you have guidance. That's how that works.
that's again like
D4.
what the hell is going on with my it's a 15 it's a 17
Cool. You begin looking at it and looking at it. You're watching and looking. And you look and you notice that one of the katanas in the stone, it looks like it popped out a little bit. And you go over and you pull it out more, and you hear the stone kind of pulling against each other. And you pull it and it can't go anymore. And it doesn't come all the way out, but you hear something lock, or not lock, but unlock and slide back into place somewhere on the statue again.
and this is all happening on the first
This was, yeah, yeah. This on the armor, yes. Go ahead. A 22. As you begin looking further at this statue again, you notice that one of the arms that were in the position that it's in, one of the arms is kind of shorter than the other, and you give it a pull and you give it a tug and it doesn't move, and then you push it in and it slides all the way up to his wrist, and as it does you hear a lock undo, and then you hear the sound of stone shift a little bit, and the stone dragon mask that was covering the samurai's face falls off and hits the ground.
And it's whole.
It is whole.
I'll pick that up.
You begin to pick it up, and as you reach for it, you hear this sound of kind of thunder going in the distance. And you hear thunder crackling and rolling in again, and again, and again. And Aloy, this mist kind of begins to form at the edge of the cliffside. And it begins to swirl and encompass the area, and you look back and you see that your friends are not there that were once there before. You see off in the horizon, with the dawn rolling in, you see what looks like a massive figure flying, and you realize that the sounds of thunder that you heard were the sound of wings, the largest wings you can imagine, flying, and eventually it comes into fuller view, and eventually it begins to come and land. This massive dragon kind of circles above and then begins to land down, and this is no dragon that you've ever seen before. It is the most beautiful color of like platinum silver that you can ever imagine, and the way the light shines off of it and glimmers, it's almost too bright and blinding to look at directly. And eventually it comes in for its landing, right where this statue used to be of it. And you see before you, in this space, mist swirling around, you see Bahamut, the god of dragons, the platinum dragon himself. And we are going to call it here tonight. Baphomet is kind of crazy.
Things are happening. Things are developing. Interesting.
What'd you think of that little plot twist there?
That feels special. Yeah.
You want to kill your cousin that you were just flirting with like 10 minutes ago? You're crazy. You're wild for that. She's like 22, 23, because the massacre took place 22 years ago. So she was like, I think, Alana was still pregnant with her when it happened and took place. Yeah, she got news of Smoke's death while she was like 8 months pregnant or something like that. When I initially wrote down. That's been in the works for a minute too. That's been in the works for a minute. Hell yeah. Another god coming to see if y'all are worthy. He's gonna have one conversation with Levi and he's gonna be like, yeah, you're gonna have to put that shit back.
This is like
He is like what's the word I'm looking for? Like the progen. He's like the not birther obviously because he's a god, but he's like kind of like yeah, like the father of dragons. Most dragons, other like metallic dragons like Udorth, and like gold dragons and shit. Those all originated from Bahamut. Yeah. We had this conversation last week, dog.
I haven't committed any sins against dragons. I can kill guy. That was just what was that? What was she doing?
She was a tiefling.
She was
He's like, they don't count as people. They're fine. That's what Aloy thinks. Damn, it got real quiet when I said that. That's crazy. Nothing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I said, you were like, what were they, like humanoids? And I was like, yeah, they were tieflings. And you were like, oh yeah, see? And I was like, oh yeah, see, they're tieflings. They don't count as people, right? And then it got super awkward and quiet. And I was like, okay, that's fine.